Welcome back, YouTube. It is the Drunk Capitalist here, and I am talking to you guys all the way from across the pond in Europe. So I've been on a small vacation, but I got word that Biden just signed another legislation in regard to PPP loans, extending the amount of time that they can prosecute you for to 10 years. And that's on top of the past 2 years that they've been doing the audits. But I'm not trying to be here and say I told you so, but I did tell y'all so in previous videos that they are serious. They are coming to get you if you lied on these PPP loans. So let's just get right into the video and examine some of the things that Biden has said thus far.
Now, part of changing the way things have been done in the past is by restoring the faith of the American people in their government. Today, I'm going to be signing very shortly two bipartisan bills.
See, he's emphasizing bipartisan because he's basically saying, I'm able to get this through because both sides of the government completely agree that we need to prosecute. We need to prosecute to the fullest extent of the law whoever lied to take that money. That's basically what they're saying. Everyone agrees you're going down.
I began to restore that faith. Too much of small business relief funding, which was passed by the Congress, ended up in the hands of those who either didn't need it or criminal syndicates who outright stole the money. Not only did the Trump administration let the biggest businesses with the teams of lawyers and accountants skip to the front of the line, my predecessor undermined the watchdogs who were supposed to be on the job to make sure relief went to mom and pop businesses who were supposed to get it in the first place.
I mean, that was a political statement right there, blaming the Trump administration for not proactively preventing scammers from scamming, basically is what he's saying. But, he's right in that case, in that regard, but a lot of it was, non-traditional scammers scamming. And they did it because they were able to, but no one forced them to do it. So I know there's a lot of sympathy going around for some of the people that participated, but honestly, I personally don't have much sympathy for people who signed on the dotted line, wrote their name, put their address, and said, hey, give me $500,000. I have no sympathy.
American people deserve to know that their tax dollars are being spent as intended. My message to those cheats out there is this: you can't hide. We're going to find you. We're going to make you pay back what you stole and hold you accountable under the law.
Sheesh. They're not playing any games right now. I don't understand how people really believe that they were going to get away with it. But, I'm sure there's plenty of videos that's talking about this. But I want to just bring up something else, completely different from my own experience of people on the other side of things that were basically luring people into taking PPP loans that literally didn't need it. And I think that's where the problem kind of exasperated, is that there are people who are actual scammers who are bringing in people who aren't scammers and doing it in a weird way. And I feel like people are always going to be susceptible to this type of thing if they're trying to get quick money. And that's what I'm trying to say. Quick money is almost always not a good idea. It's usually not a good idea to be looking for, a quick dollar. So I'm going to show you this post that I saw recently, around last year. So not very recently, so around January 2021, I was on Facebook, home, supposed to be minding my business, but I was not minding my business, and I stumbled across this post. I'm not gonna cover anyone's name because it's public information. I feel like if you post online, why am I covering your name? But whatever. Putting them on blast. So I saw this post. He wrote, "Would you pay someone $500 to get you $10,000 legally in 2 weeks?" Now, let's just examine that statement for what it is. He says, would you pay someone, meaning, would I give you $500, right, to give me $10,000 legally in 2 weeks? Where do we even start? So obviously he's not mentioning anything about the PPP loan at this point. He's just making a post and asking a question, and this is basically his way of gaining whatever. So like you see some things. This is just a screen record, so I can't like actually like click on the things right now. But you can see some people laugh, some people press love, some people press like. So Jeanette says yes. So obviously he's probably gonna DM Jeanette because she's already down, no questions asked. Dino says no unless you buy me lunch. Right? So people are basically just commenting on the whole thing, and then Charles replies to Dino and says, 9,500 petty cash, hold the receipt, write it off on your taxes. What are you even talking about? But here I come with my not minding my business self and getting into the mix. So I put no because I have sense. So I put no. If you can make $10,000 in 2 weeks from $500, why are you asking me to give it to you? Because that don't make sense. To me, that makes absolutely no sense that you could flip $500 into $10,000. That's 20 times. You could 20x a dollar is basically what you're saying. So why would I need to give you anything? You know what I mean? If you have this flipping scheme, why would I need to give you anything? Come to find out, it's PPP. But anyway, he writes, the PPE loan, which is a forgivable loan, is given on average $10,000 in funding to sole proprietor and small businesses because of COVID-19. Tax professionals will charge you to file for this. That's not true. Essentially, you paying for the knowledge that you don't have in order for you to receive funding from the government, free money that actually belongs to you. He's literally telling me, oh, you're giving me the $500 because you don't know how to do this. You know nothing about this PPE loan. So I'm the one giving you the information. So that's why, I can turn your $500 into $10,000 of free money. So that's... I had to go on and explain to him that what he's talking about is not real. And then he's saying receiving funding from the government, free money. It's a loan. A loan is not free money. That free money is a grant or a gift or a prize. That's free money. A loan is not free money. Like that's just not how it works. That's not the definition of a loan, period. Never has been, never will be. There is no PPE loan. There is a PPP loan. Fundamentally speaking, that's not making money. That's applying for a loan, because that's what it is. That's what you do. You apply for loans, you get them, and you pay more than what you initially borrowed. That's what a loan is. Which you certainly don't need a tax professional to do for you, because you don't need a tax professional for a PPP loan application. You just don't. At most, you need to go to a local bank in order to do the paperwork for the funds. And that's in some cases. Some people were able to just do it online. So yeah, hell nah, I'm not giving nobody $500, like I meant to say, for knowledge about free money. Like, that makes no sense. I gotta pay you for my free money. That makes no sense. And then he says, hey, if you could do it yourself, then do it yourself. But if you don't know, you gotta pay somebody. Don't know what? How to get a PPP loan? And then he says, and you know what I mean by PPP loan. You should spend time on helping people rather... I'm going to just correct him for you. I'm going to just, speaking in plain English, obviously he has issues, but I'm going to just say what he's saying in the way it's supposed to be said. And you know what I mean by PPP loan. You should spend time on helping people rather than just commenting so you can be right for the sake of being right. I'm not being right for the sake of being right. I'm saying what I got to say because I need to bring logic to whatever is going on in this corner, because yes, there's going to be people susceptible, but then there's going to be people that are susceptible, then they read my comment and then they start thinking right. So as long as I give them the opportunity to be on track and actually really think about this before they hand this man $500 and find themselves in some stuff, at least I said something. And and show people how they can get their money that belongs to them. I may charge someone for that service, but our goal would still be the same in retrospect, because the amount of money left over from the first round shows there are many people who got the EIDL grant but thought they didn't qualify for the PPP loan. It's not that people didn't think they qualified for the PPP loan. It's that grants mean you don't have to pay them back, and loans mean you have to pay them back. Like, yeah, that's pretty much it. And the reason why a lot of people didn't qualify, even if they did have businesses, for the PPP loan is because they didn't have employees. It's called the Paycheck Protection Program. If you were not a person handing out paychecks, you weren't supposed to apply for the PPP loan. It was meant to keep your payroll going. If you're the only person that works for your business, you ain't got no payroll. You're a sole proprietor. Yes, in some cases, sole proprietors have themselves on payroll, but those people, they probably got this figured out. So chill with all that negativity. I know it all, Nancy-ish, before I block you. So, he threatens to block me. I mean, this is what happens when you bring up something against a scammer. And mind you, it was very light. I just told him, no, I'm not going to do it. Like, that's all I said. I said, no, I'm not going to do it. It don't make no sense. And he can't just let it go. He's out here giving me full on, soliloquies about it, right? And then right after he says, I say, it's not being negative, because I'm not. I'm just speaking my logical truth. It's not about being negative. You asked a question, I answered it. I said no. I don't need to be right. I approach it logically, which is what I was doing. It's not my mission to help anyone, because my mission is not out here to help you with PPP loans or grants for your business. That's not my mission in life. My mission is simply just to talk about finances and approach it from a logical standpoint and examine it and see what we can do to move forward as a people. It's not my mission to help anyone, but since it's yours, I pray that you include helping them with applying for forgiveness as well in your $500 fee. And then he's like, of course, I will mention the guidelines for this loan if I get a chance to help someone before you negative darkies. See, this is where it takes a turn. I don't know why some people be like this, but it's like they just take a whole turn. And here he's kind of like, you could tell he went through my my Facebook page and whatnot, and was basically like, oh, basically someone goes on your Facebook page and they try to like read who you are or something like that and try to see what you're about. So he goes, guidelines for this loan if I get the chance to help someone before you negative darkies have everything negative in the world to say. Let's go back. To stop me, but post about GME stock. That's the GameStop stock. I did post about GameStop stock. In fact, what I posted was, do not invest in it. Don't do it. Don't fall for it. And lo and behold, like a week later, it crashed. But whatever. And watch other white boys get rich. Why? How has this become a rat race? How did this become a rat race? I have no idea. Also, you're right. This is my business you were talking about on my page. Now this is where it gets interesting, because this is what I mean by scammers luring people in. Because now he's saying that him charging people $500 for information and for him to help them apply for PPP loans is a business. Now that's his business. He's not a tax professional at all. I can tell you that much. This is not a business. Like, he's calling this his business, and he's in the business of helping people. Whatever. Let me handle my business. Basically, you see me here trying to scam, why don't you just let me scam? I'm a black man, aka a king. You see, once I see this type of thing, first of all, the negative darkies, he just meant, dark-skinned black women like myself. He was just immediately like, you negative darkies. I'm a king. And you come to tell me what I should be doing? Never said what you should be doing. I said, no, I'm not gonna do that. And I just simply said, I hope that you're also helping these people get some reprieve after they do take out this loan illegally. Like, first, check yourself, queen. You don't gotta call me queen. He says, keep helping yourself. That's good. And I will continue to try to help my people that I know need help. It's that easy. Funny thing is, if I was a white man, he keeps doing this race thing. Like, oh, it would be different. I would be saying something different if he was white versus if he was black. And I'm just like, no, a scammer is a scammer. I don't care what color you were. I'm going to point out when something don't make sense. If it don't make sense, it don't make sense. Any other race, you probably wouldn't even go so hard. Plus, you are mad random. Never liked or commented on my page. Now this. Please, woman, go sit down. See, after that, I didn't really care anymore. But after the negative darkies comment, I was just like, yeah, I'm not about to argue with this guy. I was never trying to argue with him in the first place. Should have minded my business, but at the same time, I did want to, hopefully steer some people in the right direction, have them thinking. But it's so fast that, like, some people in the black community especially apply shame in such a awful way. Like, if you're gonna apply shame, it should be for you to do good things, or better things for your life, versus like trying to apply shame and make me feel like I'm being wrong for not allowing him to just scam people. Like, for not leaving him at peace to scam. Now I'm in the wrong. It's really crazy. And it's like, that's why I really don't have that much sympathy, even for the people that fell for his type of scam, is because these are the same people that were shaming me for not doing the PPP loan scam in the first place. Yes, I have a sole proprietor business, LLC, whatever may have you, but I know at the time when I had this LLC, I did not have a payroll. I didn't make enough money to qualify for anything. In fact, I wasn't losing no money either. So it wasn't like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just one of those things, especially in this community, where it's like people are always trying to push you into doing negative things and then making you feel like the negative thing is the right thing, and that you're a loser if you're not doing bad things because you got to stick it to the man. And it's like, what man? Sticking it to the man really don't get you nowhere, because you're going to jail. Like, I may not have gotten the PPP loan. I may not have been able to flex on the gram. I may not have been able to get the chains. I may not have been able to get the Lamborghini. I may not have been able to get the flights to Turks and Caicos. I didn't do all that stuff, but guess what? I'm also not going to jail. So back to the beginning of the video where we started with Joe Biden. He's extending the opportunity for the government to prosecute for the next decade. So little by little, people who did this illegally will be dropping like flies. You're just gonna see your friends disappear. That's all I'm saying. Stay away from things that don't make sense. If it don't sound logical, it's cause it's not. Like, it just never made sense that the government will give away free money and not expect you to actually qualify for it, or give away a loan and not expect you to pay it back. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And when he says I'm not trying to help people, that's not correct. I do want to help people in a sense and get people to be more financially literate, because it's kind of like, unless you have a literacy and that is like second nature to you, where certain things it just doesn't make sense off of face value alone, then it's going to be really hard for you to not fall for this stuff. And it's easy to fall for things when you're already like feel like you're down, and it's just a crazy. I'm getting like frustrated. I'm not gonna lie, like, kind of just tired of the whole skimming and scamming and all this stuff. Like, do what you're gonna do, but don't bring people that would have otherwise been innocent into the whole thing. If you're a career scammer, be a career scammer. I don't care. But when you bring in like otherwise innocent people into it, then we have an issue. But at the same time, I don't feel 100% sorry for those innocent people, because all you gotta do is read financial literacy is just a basic reading and understanding. That is it. If you read that loan and you read the paper that they put in front of you, and it says, do you are you agreeing under perjury of the law or whatever that all the statements you made on this document are true, and they're all a lie, then you lied, and you knowingly lied, and that was it. Doesn't matter if you felt like you deserve more. Doesn't matter if you felt like you was hungry and you don't know where your next meal was coming from. It doesn't matter. None of those things matter, because you lied. So just based off that, you can't really say that the government set you up. You can't say that they set you up. You set yourself up. Like, that's how I see it, because you didn't have to do it. No one forced you into the position to have to take out a PPP loan and lie on the form, get the money, and then take a trip. No one did that. So in the interest of time, me rambling, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I can't wait to get back and have another video and have another discussion with you guys. Check you guys next time. Is the Drunk Capitalist. Peace. Jesus.